Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and I said I wasn't going to do anything else until we get the new Speed Duel set, unless something interesting came up either through the comments, B, email, or whatever, and it came through. So, happy Wednesday, my friends. I got some stuff to show you guys, and big special thanks to Celestial for going ahead and pulling me this out real quick, because today's basic email, basically what happened was I was asked, is there any way to play the Konami deck within Speed Duel? The short answer is yes. But just to give you guys a quick little history lesson here, the reason we call it the Konami deck is because this card here, Gradius, is actually the same name as a video game put out by Konami, which features a lot of space and battleship action. Now, at the current moment, Gradius is not available within Speed Duel. As you can tell, it's not in a white sleeve, doesn't have the normal markings, and in fact, this one is from the Pharaoh's Servant. So, pretty cool. But there are enough of the fighter jets that we could build a deck based on it. So, without any further ado, let's get that guy out of here. And let's go ahead and talk over the deck. So, first thing was, I really wanted to give a skill card that was going to help the deck, not hurt the deck. And, of course, since, what was it called? Spellproof Armor is been errated to only truly work for normal machine types. We had to go with the I'm just going to attack skill because it is the best generic skill. Apply the following effects. During the main phase, you can make one of your monsters gain 100 attack until the end of the turn. And effect 2, during your battle phase, when your opponent activates a trap card, you may negate the activation and then set the card again. Each of these two skills can be used once per turn. They can both be used every turn. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to defend ourselves from a singular trap card activation every turn. And we will have, modified the rest of the main deck in order to, work around that. So, moving into the monsters of the deck, the first of our spaceships to play will be the Delta Tri. We are going to be running 2 copies, and what this does is if this destroys an opponent's monster by battle, activate one of the following effects. Target an appropriate Union monster in the graveyard, equip that target to this card. We are not going to be playing any Union monsters. Or B, target one face-up light machine monster that you control, shovel the target back into the deck, and then draw 1 card. Now, depending on how you're playing, this may actually be the option that you choose to go with, or it's just going to be another bodied spaceship. So, just real quick breakdown, it is going to be a 4-star machine at 12, and kind of a regrettable defense at 1,000, but that's pretty average for this. Next up, we're going to be playing 2 copies of, and let's see if we can get the focus to come back in. We will be playing 2 copies of Falchion Beta. So Falchion Beta, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, activate one of the following. Send 1 light machine monster with 1,200 or less attack from deck to grave, or target 1 light machine with 1,200 or less attack in the grave and special summon that target. Now this effect we will utilize, and this one's going to be 4-star 12 by 8. So just a little weaker on defense, but overall still a very good card. It's going to help us cycle our cards. Next up, the defensive powerhouse of our units. We are going to play a full play set of Jade Knights. When this card is in attack position, machine monsters you control with 1,200 or less attack cannot be destroyed by trap effects. However, this isn't going to stop things like banish, bounce, or anything, which is why I'm just going to attack is still very valid as a skill. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 4 light machine monster from your deck to your hand. So again, this will allow you to either replace it or whatever. And the stats are going to be 1,000 by 1,800 defense. So this is the, how I always say it, set it and forget it monster. Should, for the most part, tank any attack the opponent can launch on you. And the last monster we're going to be using 3 copies of the Victory Viper XX03. If this destroys an opponent's monster by battle, activate one of the following. And this is really awesome. So, first effect is the card gains 400. Now, it does not say till end of turn, so this will be a permanent. So, the more this one gets out there and beats up the opponent's roster, the stronger we can make this card. Second effect, target a face-up spell trap on the field, destroy that target. So again, if we got to work around field spells or something, equips, we can still go ahead and do that. And last effect, special summon an option token. Its type, attribute, level, attack, and defense are always the same as this card, but destroy it if this card is no longer face-up on the field. And this is, again, they could book a Moonar card, which is why, again, Spellproof Armor would have been cool if it hadn't been errated. So Book of Moon will disable this. Anything that destroys it, anything that banishes it, anything that returns it to the hand and or deck. So again, this should be considered the boss monster here, with all of its great support units. And just real quick, that is 3, 6, 8, and 10 monsters. So there's half our build. Moving into the spells, we are going to use 2 copies Book of Moon. And again, guys, if you've been watching the channel, if you've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh at all, like, you understand this. It's just really good stuff. Next up, I'm running 2 copies of Night Beam, and the reason we're doing 2 copies of Night Beam is because of the I'm just going to attack skill. Generally, I would be using 2 Book of Moon, Cosmic Cyclone, and a Night Beam, but doing the skill card here, I have to abide by the 3 ofs list, and this still gives us 2 cards for back row destruction. Seeing as the Victory Viper can go ahead and target face-up ones on battle wins, and I'm just going to attack, can stop a trap card every round. Just goes ahead and makes it so like these cards allow us to continue moving forward. I do use 1 copy Offerings to the Doomed as my one of. And again, sometimes the draw phase doesn't exactly matter. I do believe it was the Falchion Beta again. Or maybe it was the Delta Tri, one of those 2 early ones. The one that allows us to bounce one of our machines back into the deck. Technically, you could choose to bounce a token. The token would not go anywhere, would not go into the deck, but you should still be able to draw your 1 card, allowing you to sort of skirt through this while using the Victory Viper to gain some more advantages by returning tokens instead of physical cards. Last spell card we're going to use is 2 copies of Shrink. Again, a lot of these are 1,000 to 1,200 to start. Victory Viper being the one that can grow. Because of this, putting things in defense mode so that we can beat them the next turn, or using Shrinks as a quick play option to go ahead and get that monster off the field during our opponent's turn. Very strong play. It's very useful. So again, we want to run 2 Shrinks. And then to round the deck off to 20. 3 copies of Rising Energy. Again, discard a card, target a face-up monster card on the field, generally our own, and the target gains 1,500 until the end of the turn. Now, because we had, and I want to say this was Falchion Beta now. Maybe it was Jade Knight. Let's take a quick peek. No, so it was Falchion Beta. Falchion, when destroying a monster card, can allow us to resurrect one of our cards, which means the card that we just discarded can now be special summoned during our opponent's turn by going ahead and counter striking their monster card. So do keep in mind that you do get like a cute little combo right there, and it will help you progress your side of the field. So just real quick, everybody, quick screenshot and or pause the video and go ahead and take some notes, and I'll be back with the side and extra deck in just a moment. All right, and again, we're going to go side deck before extra deck, just because a lot of people have pointed out that it makes more sense when I do it that way. So just real quick, I do carry a 3rd copy of Shrink. I only carry it in the side deck, as I do believe that our trap card is actually going to be just a little bit better in most situations right now. So again, feel free to swap the ratios, play it how you guys feel it would help you. Next up, 2 copies of Lost Wind, because again, special summons, whether they're from the extra deck or not, are still going to be very powerful right now. We are still in like the GX era. We're going back to the battle streets of Battle City, so expect special summoning to be like something that kicks off again with some more resurgence. So again, I'm back up to 2 Lost Winds. Again, we can set it from our discard pile if the opponent summons from the extra deck, and again, Flame Swordsman's guaranteed in the next set, guys. So I think it's time we prepare for the eventuality of almost losing to Flame Swordsman we need protection from Flame Swordsman, okay? This is going to work for you. Next up, I'm going to use the single copy of Mind Crush. Again, we are going into a section, like a time period, a little quick meta, where cards are going to fluctuate, and they should stabilize again after 3 weeks or the ban list, whichever one happens second. And at which point I may move my Mind Crush back to 2. But for right now, certain cards are always going to be good, but it's going to be less sure what the opponent actually has. So Mind Crush has backed down a little bit. And again, my Waking the Dragons. Guys, this is great, especially when you got stuff that's going to sit in the back row. This helps bait your opponent's destruction cards and lets our extra deck go live. So if this set card in the owner's control has left the field because of an opponent's effect and is now either in the graveyard or banished, you can special summon a monster from the deck or extra deck. So keep that in mind. Extra deck means all of the following cards can be played, and we play them because Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is the strongest fusion in the game. It's the strongest single monster currently in Speed Duel format. Next up, we play Cyberblader. She has 3 great effects based on how many monsters the opponent has. And of course, the more monsters that they have, the better the effect you get. So again, she's kind of a no-brainer. She's really good. She's going to do work for you. Just put her on the roster, okay? Next up, Cyber End Dragon. Cyber End has the highest attack value of any monster card that also has the ability to inflict piercing damage. So again, maybe your opponent just has one set. Maybe they've got like 2,000 of their hit points already gone. For the most part, that makes this a game-winning move. So again, just keep that in mind. Same thing here going with the Destiny and Dragoon. Again, there's like a whole paragraph here, and really all you need to know is a fusion summon of this card has to be done with the correct materials, but this is a special summon, so we're good. And then once per turn, you can target an opponent's monster card, destroy it. If the monster was face up, your opponent takes damage equal to the value that monster had. Was it in the graveyard or on the field? Attack it had on the field. So again, if you want to equip your opponent's monster because you just know that they're going to do something like this, feel free to increase the amount of damage. Either way, when he has done this little bit of spot destruction, he makes it so you can't have a battle phase that round. It's just to make it more fair. But again, there are a lot of moments where like this could be game, just using the effect and being able to resolve it. So that's good. Next up, Ujama King. Again, great defense, 3,000 points. And when he is played, you can collapse monster zones on your opponent's side of the field, up to 3 of them. So again, it's very hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can't play a monster card. Not impossible, just very improbable. And again, one of my favorite things is generally you can have a monster with more than 0 attack points on your side of the field at the same time. So like your opponent really has to double up on things like Hammer Shot to try to clear the Ujama King. So again, like it doesn't seem like he's got built-in protections, being that he's just a giant white head with eye stalks and a Speedo with like a bath towel cape. But like he's kind of got some weird built-in like shielding, like he's good. And then last but not least, Thousand Eyes Restrict. If you guys don't know this monster card, I don't know where you've been. But again, freezes all monsters on the field. They can't change battle position. They can't attack. Once per turn, he can absorb somebody. And if that card was face up, he also gains their attack and defense values. Or maybe it's just the attack value. Nope, attack and defense values. Which is, again, just insane, guys. So, good reversal card. This is the deck. Again, it's the, I don't know, I'm just going to attack Gradius Konami build. But again, Konami, maybe give us Gradius so we can actually play your deck. Or give us the cores. Give us the Boss Rush. Give us some of the cores. Make the Boss Rush like a skill card. Maybe I'll do like a quick video on that next week or the week after or sometime in the near future. I do think that we are going to save any more Speed Duel tryouts until after we've become established with the new set, because I really do want to give you guys like the best content I can. And so it's been decided. We got a wave of emails. A lot of you would love to see like the one of battles, and everybody is absolutely excited to see the 3 of battles return. So we will be running 2 tournaments, not just the one. 2 tournaments. It'll be me and Celestial. We get the whole table, like redone up. We'll get the little mini play mats back out. We'll do it. We'll do it good, and hopefully you guys just enjoy this content. So I think it's time I shut up and let you guys go to having a wonderful day. So if you like this, guys, like it, thumbs it up, give us a comment, subscribe if we've earned it today. If you guys want to help us with buying more sleeves, investing in future sets and everything, of course, the Buy Me a Coffee link is down in that description below. But most importantly, my friends, the thing that really matters to me, I want each of you out there to go out, enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you guys again when the set is released. I should have it no later than this Friday. So if I get it on Friday, videos start on Saturday. If I get it on Thursday or Wednesday or whatever the early release is, if my OTS actually gets it on the early date, we'll have it on the earlier date and we'll start the content as soon as possible. So go enjoy yourself. Go do that thing that you've been putting off. Go do something for your mental health. And I hope to see you guys again later. Peace.